All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube's Pastor Dowell. We're out in the straightway, wet, cold, rainy, muddy. You know the drill, same as usual. But the reason why I'm reporting here this morning is because we've all been kind of somewhat glued to the internet, trying to figure out a time frame when this coronavirus and stuff is going to run its course. Watching to see what type of drugs or whatever the CDC, et cetera, and everything come up with. Anyway, I got a news article right here. Check this out right here. Here's a news article. Now, they had talked about some type of drug earlier that has already been in existence. And this particular drug right here is allegedly been touted as being safe. But here in the Detroit News is reporting right here, Arizona husband dies, wife critically ill after taking drug touted as virus cure. All right, and it says Phoenix. A Phoenix area man has died, and his wife is in critical condition after the couple took chloroquine phosphate, an additive used to clean fish tanks. What? That is also found in an anti-malaria medication that has been touted by President Donald Trump as a treatment for the coronavirus 19. Banner Health said Monday that the couple in their 60s got sick within half an hour of ingesting the additive. The man couldn't be resuscitated when he arrived at the hospital, but the woman was able to throw up much of the chemical. Banner said Trump kept saying it was basically pretty much a cure. The woman told NBC she said her advice for people would be, don't take anything. Don't believe anything. Don't believe anything that the president says and his people. Call your doctor. It's unclear if the couple took this specific specified drug because of coronavirus, the disease caused by the coronavirus. But now Banner Health is warning everyone to avoid self-medicating. And I think about this for a second, because I wonder if the President of the United States of America is going to be charged for practicing medicine by suggesting drugs, and then people taking his word for it and going out taking it and then getting killed. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a Trump bashing session, because I realize what it means to be an authority. It's not easy to be the President of the United States of America right now during a pandemic. And that's the reason why I think that they come out and say that, that you need to give out dire warnings and stuff, that this drug or these natural herbs or this particular thing that they are actually stating today is not there to prevent or to cure any disease. But you have to be careful when people get out there and authority figures and start saying something, and most people are going to try to use them because they're desperate for a solution, and it ultimately ends up being a fatality. I tell you, man, people are desperate in this daytime and hour right now. Now, we live way out here in the country, and we're in this social distancing thing anyway, because we're so far away from everybody. We're busy. We're running our water lines, doing all kind of stuff right there. You can see the backhoe back in the background. Right now, the children, even in our homeschool, are not in homeschool. You look around, you can see sisters and children walking around. The community business is still going on as usual. But let me finish this particular article right here, okay? Hold on one second. And it says, given the uncertainty around the coronavirus, we understand that people are trying to find new ways to prevent or treat this virus. But self-medicating is not the way to do so, said Dr. Daniel Brooks, Banner, Poison and Drug Information Center medical director. The last thing that we want right now is to inundate our emergency departments with patients who believe they have found vaguely a risky solution that could potentially jeopardize their health. At a news conference last week, Trump falsely stated that the Food and Drug Administration had just approved the use of an anti-malarial medication called collodine to treat patients infected with coronavirus. Even after the FDA chief clarified that the drug still needs to be tested for that use, Trump overstated the drug's potential upside in containing the virus. I don't know how to pronounce this drug. It's choline obtained by prescription. The Banner Health is now urging medical providers against prescribing it to people who aren't hospitalized. The difference between the fish tank cleaning additive and the couple took the drug used to treat malaria is the way that they are formulated. I tell you, like I said, man, I guess desperate time calls for desperate measures, but I ain't that too desperate to go out here and just start sticking stuff in my body that is untested and unfounded. As a matter of fact, I'm usually pretty pessimistic when that concerning that goes anyway. We usually believe in the more natural methods. Now, there's been a lot of people in the country that has already contracted the coronavirus and overcome the coronavirus. They self-quarantined, they took care of themselves, they stayed away from people, they drank a hell of a lot of fluids, got a hell of a lot of rest, and that seems to be the cure. The cure right now seems to be staying away from other people and taking care of yourself and getting an extraordinary amount of rest. Now, you can just try to do whatever you can to abuse the immune system, but even at that, you've got to have some type of working order. I mean, myself personally, we use a hell of a lot of essential oils. And I need to be doing a video on this right here, because now's the time to let people know exactly what we do here straightway, so that people can understand what we do to try to always ward off viruses that comes from either some pandemic, epidemic, flu, or diseases. But anyway, I got to get to work. I'll see y'all later. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay strong out there, all right?